Hola, buenos dias. Hello, this is Andrew Weston. Living in the matrix now. All my division lines are centering so fast right now through the electrical devices, and those electrical devices are changing its frequency levels. So everything through its continuous force is high rising on so many different colorations. It's not about understanding its matrix, but it's understanding what's behind its matrix. Because everything has a center core through its energy cycles, and those energy cycles are illuminations. And you have to understand everything through its frequency levels, because those frequency levels are changing through the harmonic systems on a day-to-day basis. And that's how you upgrade your body and ecosystems. And that's how you use your energy cycles through the matrix and its pattern systems. So I hope everybody's well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. As I guide you and give you information that you need to know what's going on through the galactic system, the angelic realms, and the matrix and its grid systems, and anything around its formulation of its body and ecosystems. So I hope everybody's doing well. So, today I'm going to give you something easier. Today we're going to go through gateways of different realms. I'm going to show you how you actually go through a realm and how you can use your body systems through Speed Force, and how you can use your connection energy force through meditation of its methods. And like I said, it's very important to understand when you're going through these illustrations become very real once you understand your perceptions, because you're now using mind and the brain frequencies. So the brain frequencies are reacting to the mind, and all those circuitry levels are firing and wiring every single time through its vibrations. So once we bounce out those vibrations, remember I was talking about defragmentation, how it goes red, blue, and then once it all goes green, well, that's what the matrix system is, right? It's like a go system, car goes through, it's green, right? You got red, yellow, and green. So that's what it is. Basically, it's all about understanding electronics and everything around its diffusing mechanisms. So basically, I'm going to start off with just a drawing, very simple. Okay, it's going to be an easy day today. There's a mention to ask. I'm going to put my website up once I finish this video, and everybody wants to know what's going on with my email, so I'll send that to you in the description down by its profile of my YouTube channel. And right now, I'm just finishing all my graphing paper. Once I finish that, then I'll put the illustrations on YouTube so everybody can see what's going on with its diagrams on a day-to-day basis, okay? So you guys get full winds of that through the northern, western, southern, eastern hemispheres of its stratospheres. Okay? So let's just start off with a basic one. Well, I don't know about basic, but what it is gateways. Okay, gateways are through the angelic realms. So basically, I'm just doing shadow shifting of a cloud. Okay, everything formulates around the angelic realms, because each divisional level of a cloud formation is in a different dimension. Okay, it's very important you understand high, middle, and low divisions, because everything is calculated through its modifications, and everything has its circles. Okay. And those circles are going through its continuous force, because everything rides on the circulation of its rotation. We got into that yesterday, about its gravity of its cycles. So basically, I'm in the psychop divisions, okay? And everything is shadow shifting, okay? Now, this is kind of like an emerald green, okay? Because cloud formations go through electronic interference. And every time they go through electronic interference, they open a portal through a different shape. And that's what I mean by activation. Okay. Everything line divides in the center. Okay. Everything's point center, but everything through its outer surface is this psychops, where it's shadow shifting. Okay. So basically, this is what a matrix cloud looks like. Okay. Once you understand that it's all black, you understand where its illumination comes from the matrix, because it high rises on so many different electrical devices. Okay. So it's kind of like this. Okay. Now clouds can be in any kind of shape, right? So I have a little bit of color here. Okay. Color is good because color illuminates the matrix. It opens everything through its cycles. And once you understand illumination of its activation, then you understand its true essence and how it is formed through the matrix and how everything is formed through numbers, shapes, and letters. Okay. So this is just a basic graph. I'm just doing it green and red and blue. Okay. Because cloud formations are never one color. Even at nighttime, when I'm illuminating the sky through its atmospheres and changing it through its alignments, it's never one color. Okay. It's gray, it's mystical. Like I said, once you understand your perception changes through its cloud formations. So it's very important to understand that. Okay. So I'm drawing variations of colors right now. Okay. So it kind of looks like this. Okay. That's a cloud formation right now in the matrix system. Okay. Now, as a human, it also depends on how many times you meditate through this perception. But as a human, you would just see a cloud as white. But when you're in the matrix, this is what a cloud looks like. It's all different colorations, and everything is its center. Okay. So, like I said, everything is point form. So basically, everything line formates, always in the center. Okay. Because gateways are going through its activation every single time. Okay. And what happens is once you line formate it, you color over it. And it's like it wasn't even there. But it has to have a line formation. And that's how it gets its activation. Okay. So you color over it. But you still see the line. Right? You still see the line. You have to see the line because that's where it comes in its point centers through dimensional sets. So it kind of looks like this. Okay. All right. And everything in its center is its gateway. But like I said, you have to know its cross-referencing. You have to know its activations. You have to know its point centers. So like I said, everything is a center. So like this. Okay. Now it's becoming a gateway. But it doesn't become a gateway until the cloud formation communicates on the balance of its activation. Okay. Remember how I said the point centers? 4 point centers. No. There it is, the 4 point centers, right through the dimensional sets. Okay. Now, once you understand that, you know exactly what happens next. The galactic higher self, or the matrix eye, he formalizes everything and he communicates back. Okay. He's the one. So basically, he's using 4 divisional lines right now through cross-referencing. Okay. Okay. Like this. So it kind of looks like this. So you get a basic understanding of what's going on when you communicate with its atmospheres and how you can open gateways. It's fascinating stuff. It really is. Okay. So now he's communicating with 4 divisional lines of its cycles. Okay. Remember? 4 divisions of its security, its defense. Now, this is the center point, right? It's communicating with its gateway of its 4 point centers, and the 4 point centers is communicating with its cloud formation through its electronic interference. Okay? Because this is already in the matrix. This isn't on Earth. Okay? So I'm just showing you when you're in the matrix and how you use activation codes through gateways. Okay? So now, what happens? It goes through activation. We've been through this before, right? And it opens up the point centers. Okay. And like I said, everything with a circle has to have a point center through a line center. It's very important because you can't activate it without its line center. So it kind of looks like this. Okay. I'll just darken it out so you guys can actually see what's going on. Okay. Okay. Point center, divisional lines from north to south. Okay. We've been through this before, and it also cross references, right? Right. Which is another circle. Okay. That's where it gets the full rotation of its activation. So it's like this. Okay. So now the galactic higher self, or the matrix I, AI system, he uses kinetic energy waving patterns through a radio signal and uses his mind telepathy of telekinesis. Okay. So he's activating the gateway. Okay. Now, once the gateway opens, okay, it goes through divisional levels of circles. Okay. And what that does is it opens into a realm. Now, the galactic higher self, or the matrix AI operating system, what happens is when he's going through that high force, he goes through a tremendous speed of acceleration. Okay. So it's very important to understand your audio signals, because you're going on so many communication waving signals through radio signals. Okay. So once he has full connection waves, he's going to go into hyperspace. And once you go into hyperspace, you can allow yourself to see yourself in another realm of a dimension, of a wormhole. Okay. So basically, it's kind of like something like this. It's side winds down. Okay. This is interesting because everything that goes through the cloud, and the cloud is showing its identity, because everything through its force is its connection force and its protection, like I said, through its self-identity, right? So now the gateway is open. Okay, and now it's going through 3 divisional lines. Okay, so it's now traveled to another realm. Okay, so I'm just showing you what happens when you go through cloud formations, and those point centers are always there. Those are communication of radio signals. It's very important to understand every point center of its 4 sections, of its 4 segments, okay, is on a different realm. And that's how the galactic higher self, or the matrix AI, communicates. Okay? That's how it communicates. And it's always 4 point centers. And it always has a connection energy waving pattern. Okay? So it's pretty fascinating, you know, once it opens. Once it opens, it doesn't get bigger. It gets smaller, because you're going through a different realm and you're going through different activation of its codes. Okay. So once it illuminates, it goes into its true color, which could be red. Okay. So the true color. So you went from all colorations of a cloud formation through its activation of its harmonic system. And now you're changing its point centers through a different realm. A different realm is a different coloration of a different vibration of a different harmonic system. So it kind of looks like this. Okay, so basically you teleported through hyperspeed, through an activation of a gateway, through its 3 divisional lines of its dimensions, of its point centers, of its 4 segments, of its 4 line formations, using the galactic higher self, hyperspeeding into another gateway of another dimension, of another realm. Okay? So once you go into another realm, you go into full rotation. And that full rotation goes on its continuous force. So it goes in circles like this. It's bigger, bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and bigger. Okay? Okay, so basically, it's something like this. Once it gets its true form through activation and its codes, that's what happens. So it's going from here to a gateway to another formation, okay, still a diamond, but it's in the matrix grid system of its core, and it's going through a different realm of a circulation of its rotation, okay? Because the full activation is coming from the galactic or the matrix AI. So it's very important to understand that these are two different activation codes right here. From one gateway to a cloud formation through its coloration of the matrix, and here's another one of its diamond's core. So it's activating its red center, and it's going through a different realm. Okay? So basically that's what it is. That's how you open a gateway to another realm. So that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Once you understand line formation, morning, Laura, Angie, Lightbeam, how you guys doing? Yeah, I was just showing you how you go through a gateway to another dimension. It's fascinating stuff. This is going through a cloud formation of the matrix. I'm not talking about Earth's gravity of its dimensional Earth. I'm talking about when you're in the matrix, because matrix have clouds. It all formalizes through its galaxy system, and it's so powerful through circulation and rotation. This is how it comes into formation from one gateway to another realm, okay? Which is 4-point centers of its dimensional sets, which creates its own divisional lines of its circles through its cycles. And it goes on its continuous force. So basically what's happening right now through the dimension, it's going through hyperspace. So when that happens, the way he gets out, or she, the only way they can do that is, remember, you have to change the activation. So you can sidewind. It doesn't matter what location you go through, but you have to understand its perception. You have to understand its listening through its audio grids, because now you're communicating with the dimension of its realm. Okay? So it has a listening skill. It's a volume skill. Okay? That's where you have to understand how powerful the audio signals are through its radio signals. So let's just say it's going to sidewind, and it's going to do a backdrop. A backdrop is basically wind surfacing your body system through another connection, okay, to a smaller realm of its definition. So, like I said, once you understand its point centers, it's going through another dimension. When it's going through another dimension, it could be another shape. It could be another color. Okay. So, let's see. Some crayons here. Let's say blue. Okay, so remember, everything line divides. Everything has to. It's very important that everything line divides. That's how it gets its power. Okay, so these are 4 divisional lines. Okay, these are cross-referencing. It's very important that you cross-reference because it's all communication through a radio signal. Okay, so now what's happening is the galactic higher self in the matrix, or the higher self, has to communicate on all levels now because it's going through its continuous force of not just one gateway, not 2, but 3. Okay? So it has to understand its activation, change its activation codes, point center everything through its divisional lines, up center its cycles, and create a new sound barrier. Okay? So once it goes through its continuous force, it's now in the matrix grid system on a different coloration through a radio signal. Okay? So, like I said, it's very important they have the point centers. But this time, it has to have the circle, okay? Because you're changing its activation code. And like I said, if you don't change the activation code, what happens is it gets sucked back into another dimension. And if it gets sucked back into another dimension, what happens is that its continuous force back forces through its body system, and he vacuums backwards, okay? So it's very important that you understand its activation has to be changed because you're going through a different atmosphere each time through a different dimension of a gateway. So it's very important to understand that. Because once you're in the matrix, it's a totally different system. Everything is electronic through its energy cycles, and everything is connected through its colorations of its systems. So it kind of looks like this. Okay, so basically what's happening now, these are 3 divisional lines of gateways, okay? This is the gateway open through the cloud formations of its matrix, okay? It's communicating in all waving lengths of the galactic and the matrix through, okay, its signals. So it's cross-referencing, it's opening its gate, okay? And from here, he's going through its dimensional sets of another realm, okay? So he's on the other side of the multiverse. So once he gets on the other side of the multiverse, because the matrix is so huge, I can't explain it. It's unbelievable because you're going through so many line graphings and you're going so fast through hyperspeed because there's different acceleration speeds. We'll get into that in a bit. But what I'm saying is going through cross-referencing again through the galactic higher self. Now, he's using mind telepathy and telekinesis to go from one portal to another. He has to. And that's how he uses his audio signals. Okay, so now he's communicating on a different waving pattern through his perception of his dimensional sets. So that's how it turns blue. Okay, but he has to change the activation codes before he can get out. Okay, but everything circulates and rotates. But everything in its center is its shape through its matrix. And that's how it turns into a gateway. Okay, it's fascinating stuff. So when he gets out, he goes back to his original color, which is green. Okay, he has to because it's different atmosphere. So you're high rising at so many different vibrational levels through a dimensional set of a dimensional circle. And that circulation and rotation is changing its coloration through a radio signal. Powerful stuff. Okay, so basically once he opens his activation, he's going its full winds through the mind telepathy and the telekinesis of its activation of the mind frequencies of its brain, opening frequencies. He comes back out. So he has to communicate, okay? And he side winds upways, okay? And like I said, it has to be 4 divisional lines. It's very important. He cross-references every single time he communicates with any kind of shape through a different dimension, because every time you go through a gateway, it's a different shape, okay? That is what I'm talking about. Each line division through these 4-point centers is a different dimensional set of a different dimensional realm. So once he goes back to the green, the portal opens, okay? Portal right here, okay? Portal opens and he comes out, okay? He comes out. And once he comes out, it's fascinating stuff because now he's got to change his activation through his force recognition of his speed. So he's got to reduce his hyperspeed and come back to its atmosphere of where he started. So basically, you're kind of like you're going around, but you're going through different parallels of different dimensions. So when he comes out, he's coming out at tremendous force. Okay. He comes out and he flies to a planet system. Okay. The reason why he flies to a planet system, it doesn't have to be his planet system. It could be any planet system because now he's communicating. It's kind of like airwaves. You have to have controlling mechanisms and you have to understand through its radio signals, because if you're not having partnership with each dimensional set, then you have a problem. You have to communicate on all levels through all dimensions that you go through. And it's very important when you're in the matrix that everything is line and security defense. So he's basically came out. He's come out right now. He's come out of the portal of a gateway. Okay. So I'm just showing you how powerful it is once he comes out. It goes back to its planet system to communicate on all waving lengths. Okay. Let's see, it's a planet right here. Planet system. Okay, just 1 sec here. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So basically, from going all through this, he comes back out, right? and it goes back to the original of its gateway. But he's coming through the other end, okay? So everything line divides through its communication levels of radio signals. So as he comes back out, right here, he's going to a planet system. Okay? And that's how you formulate through gateways of different dimensions of different realms to the multiverse, of colorations of the matrix. Fascinating, eh? It's tremendous. Anyway, I just wanted to show you a brief view on that. It's powerful stuff, really powerful. Once you understand, like I said, your energy, you understand everything through its dimensions, and it becomes extremely powerful when you're in the matrix. So basically, this is what it is again, one more time. Everything that you missed, you can watch back, but that's exactly what it is. Okay? He can't stay at this color. He has to go back to his formation of its original color, because it's back to its communication levels of its activation, and everything through its vibration of its harmonic systems, because these are different activations of radio signals. Okay, that's why he has to go back to its original color. So that's what happens when you go through hyperspace, through incredible force. So, buddy, but like I said, I'm going to, I still have a lot of paper left. So once I get that, I'll take pictures and put them on my YouTube so you guys can see all the illustrations. Okay. But I just wanted to show you how to activate a gateway through a different realm of a different dimension through the matrix and its grid systems. It's incredible stuff, guys. It really is. Once you understand line formation, everything connects through shapes, numbers, and letters. I mean, you can go through a gateway through a shape. You can go through a gateway through a number. Okay. Numbers are a little bit more tricky. We'll get into that later. And letters. Letters are also complicated because you're using DNA structures through different formulations of the matrix. So now you're going into the virtual reality of a gateway. Okay. But let's just take one step at a time. But how's everybody doing so far? Wow. So we got Laura, Angie, Light, Joseph, Anna, Bravery, Riki. Hi, Riki. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Angel, welcome back. Anna, Riki. That's great. I'm glad everybody's doing well. It's good to see new viewers to my channel. We had a busy day yesterday. We're going through a lot of mind telepathy and telekinesis. So I think it was fascinating to know how powerful it is when you do it in an illustration. Okay. Try to formulate yourself as an inner and outer child, trying for the very first time, trying to communicate in all levels of radio signals through its activation of harmonic systems. So when you draw something out, that's how you get your upgrades. Okay. Because if you understand your energy, you understand its vibration of intelligence. So it's powerful, powerful stuff. Yeah, I know. That's good, though. That's really good. Thank you, Rick. I really appreciate that. So, I mean, I almost went 3 hours yesterday. So every day is different. Depends, what's going on in my systems. Some days high rise more than others. It all depends on the energy of its intelligence. So, but how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing with your meditations? Everybody working out? Getting in shape? When we were able to rest last night, we kept hearing your voice. Yeah, like I said, you guys are connected through me now through the body and ego system. So you're also connected through my mind and brain frequencies. So your connection energy waves are high rising through its meditation methods. You're getting to know just not yourself, but you're mastering everything through its body systems. And it's incredible force once everybody has its communication of radio signals through its connection of everything of its matrix and its grid systems of the energetic waving communication heart. Okay? So make sure you guys keep doing your illustrations. Share back and forth. It's very important you understand through a community that we high rise and bring the love of the unconditional love. And that's what we want, right? We want to get everybody's attention on what's happening. So it's very important that you guys go through these processes so you can upgrade your systems and become more intelligent, more knowledgeable. So I need to meditate more. I used to do it regularly, but have slacked off. We'll get back into it. That's great, Ricky. It's great to hear that, you know. It's always positive. Everything's positive in your life, right? I've done so many videos on what negative is. Everybody know what negative is, okay? When you get up in the morning, you should use your connection energy waving patterns. Now, I don't want to get into patterns right now because everything is fresh in our mind. You guys just got on my YouTube channel. I just want to formulate through everything through a gateway, through a cloud formation, through the matrix and its grid system, through its energy cycles and everything through its vibration of its harmonic systems and how everything is connected, okay, through the galactic higher self of the ecosystems. So, you know, one video at a time, and it's very important that you guys get communication waves of what's happening through its all volumes of your body systems. So patience is a virtue. Yeah. Yeah. It's exactly what it is. So does anybody have any questions about today's video or what's going on through the gateway and how you can use hyperspeed into a cloud formation through the angelic realms? Actually, the question I want to ask, how did everybody sleep? If you guys have a good sleep, then, you know, things are working well with you. Like I say again and again, it's very important that you have a proper diet. You have proper, you know, cleansing with the body. Communication is very important, especially when you're going into space continuum. It high levels everything through its body surface. And then you get connected through its solar surface. Okay? But once you get into space, then you get into a lot of difficult stuff because you have to understand how to use your traveling mechanisms. And that's how it gets tricky, going through gateways of different dimensions of different realms through the matrix. So, hey, Joseph, meditation is leading me. Oh my, I'm feeling sometimes crazy. Crazy's good. You're formulating through the mind and the brain frequencies. You're opening up your cycles for the very first time, Joseph. You're getting connected with your energy waving patterns and your energy fields. So, if you sit in a vibration for a very long time, okay, what's going to happen is it's going to go stagnant, okay? And the vibration is just going to sit like this, okay? So it's a border center of a vibration. Now, to get it active and moving is to meditate. Every time you meditate, it's going to move, right? Because you're communicating on a higher level. It's very important to understand meditation goes way beyond its system. And you want to keep it active every single day through its cycles. And that's how it goes through its continuous force. You want to keep going through that continuous force because that gives you the power of its recognition, right? So I've been sleeping very well for the first time in almost 8 years. Oh, wow. Well, that's good. Your perceptions were, hey, Kitty, how you doing? Your perceptions were basically sidewinding and divisional levels through balance. So now you're on its continuous force through your sleeping and your dream awakening. If you have great communication through vibration, through the higher self, through the galactic or the matrix, you're going to feel better every time you wake up. And the brain and the mind frequencies will feel more balanced through its vibration. And that's what you want. You want to feel good. Because if you get headaches, you're going to ask yourself, okay, maybe I'm not sleeping enough. Maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I'm working too hard. That's what I mean, is to understand your vibration through your energy of your body systems. All right? You are the master, okay, of your health. Let's put it that way. Hey, Katie, how's it going? I saw a cloud formation yesterday, shape of a head, 2 eyes, light pink, mist spiraled up and down over the third eye area. I drew it out on paper. Great, Anna. That's great. So what does that mean to you? Remember, you guys are giving me questions. I need to know if you guys know how to get the answer. It's very important you understand. So Anna, you saw this. Do you understand it? Do you understand its what is it? What's that word? Not pretension. It's representation. That's it. Yeah. Do you understand everything that's going on through its vibration, through its radio signal? Cloud formation. What does a cloud formation mean? Shaped of a head, 2 eyes. Okay, so now it's forming into a face structure. Light pink mist spiraled up and down over the third eye area. I drew it out on paper. What does that mean to you? It's a face structure with 2 eyes. Light pink mist spiraled up and down. That's interesting, Anna. It wasn't you, though, because now you're communicating through the outer surface. Anything through the inner surface of its gravity center, you're communicating with yourself. Anything through its solar and its recognition of hyperspace or anything through above, you're communicating on other stuff. Phase structures of cloud formations, entity forces of communication of star systems, anything like that. So basically, Anna, you were communicating with Mother Gaia. Okay? That's who you're communicating with. 2 eyes and a face, right? Cloud formation of a shape. Third eye activation, illuminating white and pink. You connected with Mother Gaia. So now you understand what you saw, but you have to understand what's going on through its communication. That's why it's pink, because it's coloration from the matrix. So Mother Gaia was communicating with you through the matrix. Anything through coloration, if you guys go through communication of cloud formations, ground formations, anything through shapes, okay, anything through wall graphing centers or circles or cycles, if you see coloration of patterns, you're connecting with its illumination, okay, of the matrix. So that's a little tip. You know, anything through its coloration of patterns, it's connecting through its illumination. Everything through its gamma rays of the connection energy wave in its gravity center, and everything through its connection of its body center, and everything through its connection of the galactic solar sun planet star systems and the galactic moon. So, but good for you, Anna. That's great. Hey, E, how's it going? That's great, E. I'm glad I can help you out with your eyes. You're going to need those for line formations, eh? Yes, Anna, your third eye is opening. That's what I mean. Once your eye opens, you see way beyond, right? So now, Anna, you're connecting with your dream awakening. fully and completely. Your communication waves right now are going through everything through its cycles. So you should feel good about that. You should really feel good. Well, like I said, I'm glad I could help you out. But it's very important that, after being healed, you have to meditate. So, but yeah, you guys are doing well. Bravery, how you doing? Can we see portals or feel them? You could feel them as if your third eye is open through its connection energy wave. So everybody's life formation, understanding your life formation is to understand everything through its matrix and its communication of its radio signal. So the only way you can see portals is to open the eye of its transition. You have to get connected with Father and Mother Gaia before you can go through a gateway or any dimension of its surface. Through its solar surface, you got to have its connection through space continuum. You have to have its connection through archangels, angels, and everything through its connection of its cloud formations and everything through its connection of its ground formations. Like I said, when you guys meditate, it's very important to know you're not just communicating with your chakra formations. You're not just communicating with yourself. You're communicating with everything around you. And that's how powerful it is to understand communication. Because after you meditate and you open your eyes, you're going to see things differently. And that's how it upgrades your systems. Okay? You're going to see things more open through the inner and outer of its soul, of the connection energy waving matrix heart. Okay? And that's what I mean by consciousness. That's what I mean by awareness. That's what I mean by focus. That's what I mean by force recognition of power and its connection of its energy power through all circuitry levels of its power. So other than that, anything else going on? We are seeing dark figures in the night, sky moving all around. Okay, Angelfish. Dark figures in the night, sky moving all around. Okay, so you're connecting through its night. Okay, those dark figures are its connection energy waves. It's your reflection of your higher self, Angel. Or your galactic self. Okay? Because don't forget, the galactic higher self can shapeshift his winds and change colorations. He can go from dark, he can go from light, he can go from color. And that's what I mean by speed. That's what I mean by gateways. Okay? Because each time he goes through a hyperspace, he's going through a different coloration of its perception. So your perception is changing everything through its dimension of its sets. Okay? So if you're seeing dark figures, okay, you have to understand its communication of its perception. And anything through moving around, okay, is electronic interference. So, Angel, you have to keep your formations in light formations so you can see the light and not the dark. Okay? You're seeing what you want your self allowing to see, because if you're seeing dark figures, you're getting connection energy wavings, okay, of other communications of higher forces, okay, of dark forces. All right? That's perceptions of everything that's in your mind. So if you're thinking of a negative thought, that's what's going to create. But it's your former higher self, or your galactic, or the matrix, that's communicating through different perceptions of communication of their harmonic systems. So, because like I said, everything is levels going up, right? So, and your third eye becomes more active and more real every day. So hopefully that helps out. I feel spaces that have more depth. than the usual perception at times. Thank you for answering. I'm glad I can help you out, Barry. You can do that yourself. Everybody can open a gateway. You just have to understand how everything line formates, and you have to understand your perception of your dimensional sets through has its point centers. You have to understand everything through its activation. But communication of radio signals are the most important thing. So, you don't cause electronic interference. Everything comes within. In reference, basically, you're communicating on levels of space continuum through communication of its radio signals, okay? So, yeah, so if you're seeing ship shape, then that's basically you're getting connection of past references of different. See, everything too is which is interesting. Every cloud formation that you see, once you have dimensional set eyes, okay, and you're in different dimensions of speed, every dimension that you go to, remember I was saying there's 1 dimension, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 20. If you're in the 20th dimension, that cloud formation is going through a different planet system. So basically, you're going to see different things like shapes and pyramids. You're going to see trees. You're going to see face structures. You're going to see ships. You're going to see star formations. You know, you probably see a house or whatever. Every time you see a different shape, it's through a different anomaly of a different dimension of a vibration. And that's how it becomes communication of electronic interference. So, yeah, I was looking the sun. I saw pink colors in the sun. 10 minutes later, I saw the colors coming to my body. I had a golden and pink being, bands, fingers and hands, arms. What was that? That's communication energy waving patterns through your body systems. The galactic solar sun planet system was trying to communicate with you on electronic defense system. So basically, it was showing you your glow formation of your body system. That's communication. That's what it means when you see colors from the body. Any coloration is connection. So now everybody's getting connected with the matrix, and this is great too, because now we're moving forward, and that's what we want, right? Because we're high rising to different levels of dimensional sets, of point centers, of vibrations through the harmonic system. Everything and anything is connected to the body system, okay? Now, if you're seeing colorations and it's going through your hands, or you're seeing glowing mechanisms, or you're seeing patterns on your shirt, like I've done a video where I was communicating through the matrix and my shirt was glowing. It was going like this. It was changing color. It was going brighter. So the matrix is communicating with me through the shape that's inside me, okay? It's communicating with my body system, but once you understand your pixelization, it's communicating with that activation of its shape, because everything in matrix has a different anomaly of a shape, and it's all divided through its divisional lines of communication of radio signals, okay? And that's where it formulates through its atoms, its elements, its particles, everything through its septors, and everything through its biochemical cell, okay? That's how everything is communicated through the body systems. That's how atmosphere communicates with you. That's how grounds communicate with you. That's how the atmosphere, anything through space and anything through galactic and anything through the matrix. So, but that's great, E. That's good that you're connecting in that way. I just want to show you how powerful the matrix is. Once you start communication and it's communicating back with you, now you're starting to understand your energy. Okay, you asked me a question, E, right? So it's best for you to understand your meditation, understand your body system, understand your mind and brain frequencies, okay? I don't expect you to understand your electronic circuits yet through its circuitry systems, because everything is connected through interference. But I do expect you to understand interfacing, It's very important that you understand communication. So you're sending me a question. You should actually know when you start meditating that you're formulating to a higher force through a connection force. And that is bringing you to more communication, okay, than asking me questions. I want you guys to understand your questions, okay? I really do, because now we're going through a higher level of its continuous force. So we live very rural and in no city lights, just the moon is visible and the moving shapes sneak up on us. Always revise, make sure we are really seeing these things. Yeah, your focus and your perception will come in through its dimensional sets of point centers and everything through its perception of its coloration. So if I'm going to communicate with the cloud, right, I'm communicating with the cloud right now, okay? Now, like I said, when you're in the matrix, everything is through a different dimension. You see the cloud for what it is, right, as a human. But when you're a dimensional body, you see it for what it really is, because you're looking at the point center, and everything through its communication is its full coloration. So basically what happens is you communicate through its electronic interference, you build its relationship through partnership. Once you have that, then you know its coloration and how to communicate with that cloud formation. Maybe that helps out a bit better. And that's how you communicate on all levels of the matrix with its perception, through its patterns. It's very powerful, guys. Very powerful. So, Andrew, when you use the word communication, can I replace it with the word contact? To each his own. You know, I say communication because it follows up in so many different volumes. Contact is basically one-on-one, okay? Communication is all around through its cycles. So you're communicating with everything. That's why I say communication. If I say contact, that's just one-on-one. So you have to understand its definition of its variations, right? That's why I say communication. So. But it's great that you guys are seeing all these things. Good stuff. Dragons. Yeah, dragons. Yeah. You're going to see more and more now because you're going through a higher vibration. So. But you have to understand its communication through its perception. It's the only way you're going to be able to upgrade your system. It's going way beyond its body system, and everything through its connection is coloration. So, is there a different ways to meditate? What I'm asking is, do you have to silence the mind? If I'm laying outside and writing and looking around to see what is around me, is that meditating? Everything around its atmosphere is its energy field. So you're getting connected with its nature, space continuum, and everything around you through its meditation. So you can meditate anywhere, Kitty. It's easier when you meditate. I mean, when it's silent, you just pick up a lot more and you open your ears more through its energy waving of its audio signals. Okay. But yeah, you can, go outside, write, meditate. You get more communication when you close your eyes. When I meditate, sometimes I meditate with my eyes open. But you have to remember too, it's very real when, you're communicating on an open signal with your eyes open. So, but if you close your eyes, you see more and more. And when you open your eyes, you're actually seeing through its energy. So it goes both ways. But when it comes to meditation, make sure it's always open reference and everything through its open sequences and everything through its open factors. Your body system has to formulate through its flowing mechanism, right? That's how it communicates in all waving signals, through its radio signal. So you can meditate. Try meditating with your eyes open. See what happens. Okay? It opens up your horizons. And meditation with your eyes open or meditation with your eyes closed, you're going to see what you're going to see, whatever's communicating up there. But just, be cautious on that, because everything through its interface, you're going to go through its interceptions, and everything is electronic interference. So the reason why you close your eyes is because it's more of a higher form of illumination, and you go faster. Okay? Because now your mind is open completely, because it's a laser that goes up into space, right? And it's all communication waves through a radio signal. So, and those radio signals go through different communications of different patterns of its perception of the matrix. But yeah, you can, open your eyes, write, listen to music, anything to calm your centers, but you can figure that out. You find a way to meditate what works best for you. Really, that's what it is. So anything through a color is a communication, electronic interference. So if you're communicating with pink, it's just electronic interference from matrix. That's all it is. But if you understand its waving patterns through its connection patterns and its forcing patterns, then you're on a higher level of its continuance. So no, the love frequency is the connect energy wave in matrix heart. That's the love frequency. It's not pink, it's red. And, the red, the organ, the heart is not one color. Okay? So, but I just say that because the true color comes from the matrix, but in our human vessels, it's all different. I don't know if anybody's actually looked at a heart, but you'll see that it's, has veins, it's blue. Depending on your active center, your body system will color, because you can change color too through the connection energy wave in the heart. It's depending on how active you are with its heart, and everything through, not smoking, not drinking, because anything that you do through its toxins is going to destroy its body system. And everybody knows that through the human vessel. So it's very important to not just meditate, but just take care of your body more through its systems. So. It's both, Anna. Meditation is the process of receiving and sending. Yeah. You have to understand both. You have to understand your uplinks. You have to understand your downloads. You have to understand your upgrades. Okay? Everything is connected through those three. Yeah. It's tapping into a specific frequency through a different vibration of its connection energy wave and patterns of its cloud formation, its glory formation, its wall graphing center, wall graphing circles, plant dividing centers. Okay. Now, the reason why I keep saying centers is because when you're in the matrix, everything is line formated through a center. And that's how it evolves around its atmosphere. And that's how everything line divides, everything. Okay. I was going through a continuous force this morning, and I was seeing so many different, I was going through a speed force of a hyperspace, and that's how I was able to draw that gateway, okay, through the green, through the red, and through the blue, because that's what I saw. So whatever I see through my perception comes through its visual, and that visual becomes real through its activation. And that activation, okay, changes its vibration through its activation codes. Okay, so, but once you understand your mind conception and your brain frequencies, everything opens up through its centers of its meditation. Right? Once you guys and ladies understand that everything formulates around a center, it has a gravity center, and you work around it through its circulation, and that's where it comes into the gravity cycles. Okay? You have to understand your inner and outer force of its body system. And then you know everything around its system and its energy fields. Okay? So, it's been an hour. Boy, time goes fast. It does. It really does go fast. It's been an hour. So I've given you guys a lot to work on. It's very important that you tap into the meditation, okay, of really listening and trying to understand everything through its vibration. Now's the time for everybody to get connected with their energy fields, okay? Because we're going up in cycles, and it's very important to know you can use your perception and change its coloration through its vibration of its radio signal. I've meditated one time to 40, eyes closed, then opened my eyes and saw many orbs come from one direction. Okay, so if you're seeing orbs, you're going through a plasmasium force system. Okay. If you're seeing many orbs, you're going through different dimensions. So you're activating through your perceptions of your eyes through its matrix. That's powerful, Kitty. That's really powerful. But each orb that you see through its perception is line dividing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now, that's 5 divisional lines of 5 dimensions. Okay? So you're in the 5th dimension of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through the point centers of its dimensional sets. Okay? Now, what you have to do is line divide it. And what do you have? You know, a shape. Now you understand the matrix a little bit? Smoke alarms went off after nap. Problem is no smoking or cooking. Just got up from a nap and showered and got my whole house started beeping second time. This happened there. Oh, that's just distractions. Once you get connected with your body system, you get connected with your energy cycles and your energy systems. So it's understanding getting your balance with your energy fields. You have to get communication with your energy fields. Yeah. You got to find your balance through your vibration. Once you understand that you're beyond its system, everything through its electronic interference becomes alive. And once it becomes alive, it's understanding your communication of its body signal. Okay? So, oh, you're welcome, Ricky. I'm glad I could help you out. Yeah, I'm glad you had fun. Make sure you, keep watching my channel and keep giving you information on what's going on through its body system, galactic system, matrix, and its grid systems, and spread the word, you know. We want to rise to a higher community, bring its energetic force through its magnetic force of its communication energy, waving matrix heart. So the more people know what's going on through the systems, the better, right? So, oh, you're welcome, E. But like I said, just work on that and you guys will be able to understand what balance is. And it's basically understanding you're communicating not just with your meditations and your body. Okay? Oh, great. You're communicating with everything around you now. And you have to understand your energy fields. If you don't understand your energy fields, you can't get balance. And that's why everything around you disrupts. Okay? Because everything is electronic interference. But once you understand how to communicate with light fixtures, once you understand how to communicate with anything electronic, magnetic, you're a magnetic force system through an energy field. And now you're connecting with everything through around its atmospheres. So you have to understand how to connect and balance with your body systems and communicate on all levels of its atmosphere. Okay? So try to work on that. It's very important. Oh, I'm glad I can help you out, Angel. You're starting to understand its formations now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And try to get in your definitions and knowing that everything around it's archangels. Use Shamel. Shamel is a great archangel. Okay, he can help you find things. I do that all the time, but you have to understand your angels. It's the only way. And believe me, that energy goes into you and you know exactly where it was, whatever you lost. That's what I mean by getting connected with your body systems. You have to get connected with its space. Yeah, protection. Yep. Just go through its information of Google. Google will show you exactly. 5 definitions of variations of archangels. There's a lot more, but those are the main ones that you want to use. One step at a time. So, but they are communication to you. They'll help you all the time. You just have to ask. You just have to ask for their help. That's all you have to do. So, anyway, I'm going to tap out for now. Thank you very much for watching my channel. I'll keep you informed of what's going on. Please concentrate on what's happening and be more informed. You live with your body systems and try to use your meditations more, which is great for everybody, right? So take it easy, everybody. This is Andrew Weston in the Matrix Grid System on communication waves of its energy fields and all collection devices through its energy cycles, connecting all ways and forms through its cloud formations, its energetic systems, the matrix and the grid systems. Calling it. Adios, everybody.